What if your prostate problems had nothing to do with aging, and everything to do with what you're doing every single day? Millions of men over 60 silently suffer from frequent urination, discomfort, and sleepless nights, not realizing their daily habits may be making things worse. The truth is, your prostate reacts to more than just time. It reacts to what you eat, how you move, and even how you think. In this video, we're breaking down 10 everyday habits that could be enlarging your prostate without you even knowing it. Some are obvious, others might surprise you. Let's get into it. Number 10. Skipping water. It sounds simple, but not drinking enough water might be silently damaging your prostate. A lot of men over 60 intentionally cut back on fluids to avoid those late-night bathroom trips. But here's the twist. This habit might actually make your prostate problems worse, not better. When you're dehydrated, your urine becomes more concentrated. That stronger, more acidic urine can irritate both your bladder and your prostate over time. The prostate sits just below the bladder, so when the bladder is stressed or inflamed, that pressure trickles down, literally. Chronic dehydration doesn't just irritate your urinary system, it also leads to internal inflammation, one of the main culprits behind prostate enlargement. And here's what most people don't realize. Many seniors are already taking medications that dehydrate them even more, like diuretics or blood pressure pills. Without enough water to balance things out, that low-level inflammation starts to build up silently. Over time, this puts a serious strain on your prostate. You might feel it as urgency, a weaker stream, or waking up multiple times a night to pee. But by then, the damage is already underway. Luckily, the fix is straightforward. Sip water regularly throughout the day. Don't wait until you're thirsty. That's already a sign you're behind. Aim for clear or pale yellow urine as your goal. Avoid chugging large amounts at once. Small, steady hydration works better and avoids overloading your bladder. Think of water not just as a drink, but as natural therapy for your prostate. Staying hydrated helps flush toxins, calms the bladder, and reduces pressure on the prostate. It's one of the simplest, most powerful habits you can build. And the best part? You can start today. Just pick up a glass. Number 9. Sitting too long. You might think relaxing in your favorite chair is harmless, but sitting for long periods could be slowly putting your prostate under pressure, literally. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. When you sit for hours without moving, blood flow to your pelvic area decreases. That reduced circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach your prostate. Over time, this lack of movement creates a breeding ground for inflammation, and inflammation is one of the biggest contributors to prostate enlargement. The danger isn't just in being still. Sitting for too long also puts direct physical pressure on the pelvic floor, the group of muscles that support your bladder and prostate. When those muscles weaken from inactivity, your ability to fully empty your bladder drops. That leftover urine can irritate the prostate even more, creating a cycle of discomfort, urgency, and frequent bathroom trips. Whether you're watching TV, working on a computer, or reading a book, the effect is the same. Staying still for too long allows hidden damage to build up. But here's the good news. It doesn't take much to fight back. Try standing up every 30 minutes and walking for just a couple of minutes. Gentle stretches or a lap around the room is enough to get your blood flowing and relieve pressure in your lower body. Even light household tasks can make a big difference. Movement doesn't mean hitting the gym. It just means not letting your body become stagnant. Your prostate doesn't need a marathon. It just needs motion. A few steps every hour can lead to fewer symptoms, better circulation, and more comfort in your daily life. Don't let a quiet lifestyle create a noisy health problem. Move a little now, and your body will thank you later. Number 8. Too much caffeine. That morning cup of coffee might feel like a harmless ritual. But if you're sipping caffeine all day, your prostate could be paying the price. Caffeine is a known diuretic, which means it increases urine production and stimulates the bladder. That might not seem like a big deal, until you realize how hard this forces your urinary system to work. For men with an aging or sensitive prostate, it's a recipe for irritation. Too much caffeine causes the bladder muscles to contract more often, creating a frequent urge to urinate. At the same time, it tightens the muscles at the base of the bladder, making it harder to fully empty. The result? More leftover urine, more pressure, more inflammation. It doesn't stop there. Caffeine also contributes to dehydration, especially if you're drinking multiple cups of coffee, strong black tea, or energy drinks throughout the day. That combination of extra urine and reduced hydration puts your bladder and prostate in a constant state of stress. And here's where things really get tricky. Many men don't realize how much caffeine they're actually consuming. It's hidden in chocolate, certain medications, and even health drinks. That slow, steady intake keeps your body on edge, increasing inflammation where you least want it. But you don't need to give up caffeine entirely. Start by switching your second or third cup to decaf or herbal tea. Gradually reduce your intake and pay attention to how your urinary symptoms respond. A small shift in your daily routine can lead to big relief in the bathroom. Remember, your prostate isn't trying to ruin your day, it's trying to send a message. And cutting back on caffeine might be exactly what it needs to calm down and function better. Less buzz could mean more balance where it counts. Number 7, spicy and processed foods. You might love the heat of spicy food or the convenience of a packaged meal, but your prostate might not be so thrilled. Spicy ingredients like chili peppers, black pepper, and hot sauces may boost flavor, but they can also trigger inflammation throughout your body, including in your prostate. If your prostate is already enlarged or irritated, regularly eating spicy food can make symptoms worse. It's not about a single meal, it's the daily habit that causes slow, silent irritation. Now let's talk processed foods. Canned meats, frozen dinners, deli slices, fast food, chips. These are loaded with preservatives, artificial ingredients, excess salt, and unhealthy fats. What do those things have in common? They all disrupt your body's natural balance and increase systemic inflammation. And when inflammation becomes a daily condition, the prostate often ends up as one of the first victims. High sodium intake also leads to water retention, which puts more pressure on your bladder and urinary system. Meanwhile, the unhealthy fats and chemicals used in processed foods can mess with your hormone levels, especially testosterone and estrogen, which play a major role in prostate health. Over time, this combination can lead to weight gain, poor circulation, and a growing prostate. It all adds up quietly until one day you notice the frequent urgency, disrupted sleep, or weaker flow. But here's the fix. You don't need to give up flavor or fun. Start by cutting down processed meals and experimenting with anti-inflammatory, prostate-friendly ingredients like leafy greens, berries, olive oil, and turmeric. Try using herbs and mild spices that enhance taste without creating irritation. Your prostate isn't asking for bland food, it's asking for balance. The less processed your meals, the better your body can protect itself from silent damage. And that starts with what's on your plate. Number 6, holding it in. We've all done it. Ignored the urge to pee because we were too busy, too far from a bathroom, or just didn't feel like getting up. But if this has become a regular habit, your prostate could be paying a hidden price. When you hold in urine for long periods, your bladder starts to stretch and strain. That excess pressure pushes directly down onto your prostate, which sits just below the bladder. Over time, this repeated stress can lead to swelling, inflammation, and eventually, enlargement. For older men, the risks are even greater. As we age, the muscles that control the bladder and prostate naturally weaken. This makes it harder to fully empty the bladder, especially if you're in the habit of delaying bathroom trips. Leftover urine becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, leading to infections and irritation, both of which can further aggravate your prostate. And the effects aren't just physical. This strain can interrupt sleep, affect your mood, and create a frustrating cycle of urgency and discomfort throughout the day. So what's the solution? It's surprisingly simple. Listen to your body. Go when you first feel the urge, not 30 minutes later. Try to establish a regular bathroom routine, especially in the evening, to avoid disruptive nighttime trips. If you're often holding it in because of long drives, meetings, or outings, plan ahead. Make restroom breaks a priority. It might seem like a small inconvenience, but it can prevent years of discomfort down the road. Ignoring your body's signals might feel harmless now, but over time, it sends your bladder and prostate into overload. Letting go, literally, can be one of the easiest and most effective ways to protect your prostate health. Don't wait until it's too late. Your body's giving you a signal for a reason. Number 4. Skipping regular screenings. Many men avoid the doctor unless something feels seriously wrong. But when it comes to your prostate, waiting for symptoms can be a dangerous mistake. Why? Because prostate enlargement often happens silently, without any warning signs at all. That's what makes regular screening so critical, especially after age 60. You might feel fine, but your prostate could already be inflamed or growing. By the time symptoms like frequent urination, weak flow, or nighttime urgency show up, the issue may have already progressed. Routine prostate screenings, like the PSA blood test or a simple digital rectal exam, can catch problems early. These checks are quick, painless, and potentially life-saving. They give you a chance to take control before things get worse, often allowing you to manage the issue with simple lifestyle changes instead of medications or surgery. Unfortunately, too many men put it off due to embarrassment, fear, or just not wanting to deal with it. But here's the truth. Early detection means more options, not more problems. The earlier something is found, the easier it is to treat. And prostate health isn't just about avoiding discomfort, it's about preserving your freedom. The freedom to sleep through the night, to travel without worrying about bathroom stops, and to enjoy life without constant urgency or interruptions. Even one screening a year can make all the difference. So if you haven't spoken to your doctor about your prostate, make the call. Ask the questions. Start the conversation. Ignoring it won't make it go away, but catching it early could save you years of hassle. Regular checkups aren't just a smart habit, they're your best line of defense against silent, hidden damage. Take action before symptoms take over. Number 3. Eating too much red meat. If red meat is a regular part of your daily plate, your prostate might be silently suffering. While a good steak or burger now and then isn't the enemy, consuming red meat, especially processed kinds like bacon, sausages, or deli slices, on a daily basis has been strongly linked to chronic inflammation in the body. And guess where that inflammation loves to settle? Your prostate. Red and processed meats are loaded with saturated fats and preservatives that don't just clog arteries. They disrupt hormone balance, elevate oxidative stress, and trigger low-grade inflammation that quietly enlarges the prostate over time. These effects are even more intense for older adults, whose metabolism and digestive systems slow down, making it harder to process heavy, fatty meals. And it's not just about the prostate. Regular red meat consumption also contributes to weight gain, especially around the belly, another major risk factor we'll get into shortly. This added pressure on the pelvic area increases the load on your bladder and prostate, compounding the problem. But there's a fix, and you don't have to go full vegetarian to get there. Start by cutting back on red meat to just once or twice a week. Replace it with lean protein sources like fish, grilled chicken, lentils, or beans. Try plant-based meals a few times a week. Soups, stews, and stir-fries that are rich in fiber and anti-inflammatory nutrients. These small changes do more than support your prostate. They also help balance hormones, improve digestion, and reduce your overall inflammatory load. You'll likely feel lighter, sleep better, and experience fewer bathroom interruptions. You don't have to give up flavor or tradition, you just have to rethink the frequency. Your prostate won't miss the meat, but it will thank you for the relief. Number 2. Carrying too much belly fat. That stubborn belly fat isn't just about how your clothes fit, it's a flashing red warning light for your prostate health. Extra weight around your midsection does far more than affect your appearance. It produces inflammatory chemicals that circulate through your body, silently irritating tissues, including your prostate. This kind of chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the leading contributors to prostate enlargement. And it doesn't stop there. Belly fat also throws your hormone balance off. It lowers testosterone and increases estrogen, two shifts that directly influence the size and function of the prostate gland. The result? A higher chance of frequent urination, nighttime urgency, weak stream, and even erectile dysfunction. The pressure from abdominal fat physically pushes down on your bladder and pelvic organs, creating even more strain on an already sensitive prostate. But the good news is this: you don't need a total body transformation to make a difference. Losing just a few pounds around your waist can noticeably reduce inflammation and ease prostate-related symptoms. A simple daily walk, eating smaller portions, and cutting back on sugary drinks or refined carbs can start shifting your body back into balance. Don't worry about drastic diets or intense workouts. Start small. Choose movement over sitting. Swap sugary snacks for nuts or fruit. Drink more water instead of soda. These tiny changes may not seem like much, but over time they can shrink your belly, stabilize your hormones, and lighten the load on your prostate. A healthy waist size, generally under 40 inches for men, isn't just a number. It's a powerful predictor of how well your prostate will function as you age. So the next time you look in the mirror, remember, trimming your waist isn't about vanity. It's about saving your comfort, your sleep, and your long-term health. Number 1. Chronic stress. You might not feel it in your prostate, but stress could be the hidden driver behind your worst symptoms. Chronic stress is one of the most damaging habits for men over 60, and yet it's also the most overlooked. Here's why it matters. When you're under constant stress, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. In small doses, that's normal. But when stress becomes a daily habit, worrying about money, family, health, or just life in general, those hormones stay elevated. Over time, this triggers inflammation, disrupts hormone balance, and tightens the pelvic muscles around your bladder and prostate. The result? More frequent urination, urgency, weak flow, and even pain. Stress literally tenses your body from the inside out, especially the nerves and muscles near your prostate, and it weakens your immune system, making it harder for your body to heal or fight off inflammation. The kicker? Most men don't even realize they're carrying it. They bottle it up, power through it, or brush it off. But your body knows, and your prostate responds. The solution doesn't have to be complicated. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day of deep breathing, light stretching, or quiet reflection can dramatically lower stress levels. Walking, laughing, connecting with others, even getting good sleep. All of these small actions calm your nervous system and reduce the pressure on your prostate. If stress has been running your life, it's time to take that power back. Because no supplement, no diet, and no doctor's visit will fix what chronic tension keeps fueling. Start small. Breathe deeper. Move slower. Sleep better. Your mind and your prostate are more connected than you think, and managing stress might just be the missing piece that brings everything back into balance. You've got more control than you realize. Now's the time to use it. Now that you know the habit's silently damaging your prostate, it's time to take action, starting with just one small change today. Your health is in your hands, and it's never too late to turn things around. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs this. New videos every week to help you stay healthy, strong, and in control.